Hi, Sugar Cakes, and welcome to another channel update news video. So we are in the middle of November and we are getting on into December. The year's almost over. And honestly, I don't know how I felt about this year. I don't know how I feel about this year. This year was weird. This year had a lot of change for me, a lot of growth. And I'm just excited to see what next year is going to bring. So if you've all been watching my streams, you will know that I've been going through a job transition. The job transition is complete. I've fully switched over to my new job, and so I am so glad. My old job was just getting so stressful and it didn't pay enough. And funny thing is, this new job pays less, but it's so much less work and so much less stress. And it gives me a lot more free time to manage things and create more content and focus on creating content. So now that that's out of the way, let's get into some channel updates. And I'm gonna first start out by talking about some polls that I released last week. Okay, so the first poll that I put up was, what improvements do you want to see in the channel in 2025? And most of you all said that you want more uploads per week. Coming in, honestly, far second is flashier editing. Third is more live streams, and last is more video essays. Now, when more uploads per week won, I did get a bit nervous because I'm kind of sitting here like, oh crap, how am I going to push out more content? Because what I do a lot is I'll go on like itch.io and try to find like gay or bar themed games. And there's quite a bit on there, but there's only so many. So, you know, I look at all the options I have and I look at the games that are potentially coming out, and it's like, I see the end of the road. Does that make sense? So I'm just like, how am I going to, because if I post like 4 or 5 videos a week, I am blazing through content. If I get through these games so fast, we're probably going to get to a point where now we're just going to be waiting for whatever new game comes out. Because while there are more bar games coming out, there's not a whole lot. So that was making me kind of nervous. But then I thought about it. In some of our roundup videos, we are talking about books, comics, shows, stuff like that. So with more uploads per week, I'm thinking what I can do is I can continue the same pace I'm doing with my gaming, but also incorporate book reviews, comics, stuff like that into the whole mix. Flashier editing, there was going to be flashier editing regardless because, you know, I'm extra. More live streams. A lot of you do like to come into the live stream, so that's gonna keep on keeping on. And more video essays. That was the one voted on the least. I do have one big video essay coming up. It's probably not going to come out till late December, early next year. It is a collaborative video. Some of y'all may or may not know who this YouTuber I'm collaborating with is. So that's going to be interesting. Okay, on to the next poll. So I said, which of these games has been your favorite? And 308 of you voted. Most of you said Hunky City, with Dead Dating coming in second, Chronicles of Lancelot coming in third, which that actually kind of surprised me because I think my Chronicles of Lancelot video is the most watched video on my channel. So I'm surprised to see that come in third. And my ex-boyfriend, the Space Tyrant, coming in last with only 1% of a vote. Now, I ask you guys these questions for a reason. I don't just ask it to just like put games against each other, right? I ask these questions because each of these games definitely has their own vibe. And I like to see what vibe is resonating with my audience the most. And it seems that you all really enjoy the WeHo simulator that is Hunky City. And if you don't know what I mean by WeHo, I'm not even sure if that's what they call it. I mean West Hollywood, or West Hollywood vibe of gayness, you know, just hot guys all over the place, camp, fun, silliness. That seems to be what you all enjoy the most. Dead dating, I feel like a lot of people in the comments are saying they feel like Dead Dating is the superior game from the developer. However, I'm not sure what it is about horror or stuff like that on my channel. It doesn't track as well. So it's interesting. At least I see with hot guys, it tracks a little bit better. But for some reason on my channel, horror does not track as well. I will be putting out a poll about my ex-boyfriend, the Space Tyrant, because I am very curious as to why that video series has not tracked anywhere near as well as Hunky City Dead Dating or Chronicles of Lancelot, which have all tracked pretty well. They've kind of held my channel down for these past few months. Okay, so on to the next poll. Last poll was, who should we romance first in Hunky City? So we're getting to a part in Hunky City where we're gonna have to start romancing people to progress the plot. And two of the most popular people who were spoken of were Lewis and Hassan. Now, at first, Lewis was winning, but Hassan has now pushed on ahead. I was kind of hoping Hassan was gonna push ahead because of the two, he was the one I would prefer to romance. But I guess a lot of people have a weakness against Adelph. But yes, so in our next episode of Hunky City, we will be romancing Hassan. Ooh, how fun. On top of that, I did kind of want to discuss what's going to be going on in 2025. So that is when I'm going to start a new season or arc or whatever of the gameplay show on this channel. The gameplay show on this channel, we're going to subtitle it Pajama Ken Go-Go because I'm extra. It's also kind of a reference to a TV show. And we're gonna, mix up the aesthetic, mix up the theme song, the opening credits, the ending credits. We're gonna mix it all up. So yeah, stay tuned for that. That's gonna be fun. But I think that's all I want to talk to you guys about today. So stay tuned for more videos and see you then.